are big mad at Megyn Kelly for encouraging them to be financially independent while also pursuing marriage, children, a family, if that's what they want. Now, let me just pause and say, I totally acknowledge the insane challenges of being a woman who has it all. I do think that for far too long, the propaganda made it seem as though women can do it all. It's not a big deal. They could have a career and raise a family. Obviously, that is an incredibly difficult thing to do, but some women have accomplished that. Some women who really want that can do it. And so Megyn Kelly says, ladies, it is possible to make your own money, have your own career, pay for your own swanky New York City apartment, that part I disagree with, and find a man who loves you, wants to have and raise children with you, and wants to be with you and only you. The only thing stopping you, your decision to settle for less.
Let's get into it. Another good discussion from the Young Turks, Anna Kasparian. That's why you have to dabble into the right. You have to talk about the right, because these aren't conversations that should be owned by one side or the other. And culture matters. This matters more than politics, in my opinion. Cenk Uygur, Young Turks, Anna Kasparian, Megyn Kelly. I want to analyze this real quick before we get back into the clip. Ladies, it is possible to make your own money. Yes. Okay. Have your own career, pay for your own swanky NYC apartment. At that point, Anna said no. Well, why? What's the cutoff? Yeah, all of that is possible. And then Megyn Kelly says, and find a man who loves you and wants to have and raise kids with you and wants to be with you and only you. So my question for Megyn Kelly is, number one, what's your point? Number two, name names, because this is a subtweet. And Megyn Kelly gets into this a lot. Let's get back to the clip. I don't like when people subtweet.
So I'm sure in her mind, this was her way of putting out like an encouraging, inspiring message to women who might be interested in having it all. But people didn't take it that way. Okay, a lot of women were upset about this, which is depressing. But let me just weigh in on one part of her tweet. Look, I mean, unless you're working for a Wall Street firm, hedge fund manager, you're literally working in the financial sector, you're not going to be able to afford a swanky New York City apartment alone. Okay, like you need to make a lot of money to afford that.
Yeah, and the person that she's subtweeting obviously is getting put up in a apartment for $40K a month is what it looked like in the New York Post article. We're talking about Ashley Sinclair, just say it, Megyn Kelly. Ashley Sinclair and Elon Musk. The article said that Elon Musk is right now paying for a $40,000. They didn't say per month in the article. I don't know if it's been edited since. That's kind of weird. A $40,000 swanky New York condo.
But the rest of her post, I think, is totally fine. Now, some people absolutely lost it, John.
No, what's the point, though? Yeah, of course. You can do whatever. You could be a pilot. You could be an astronaut.
Including one American news anchor, so that's OAN, Stephanie Hamill, who responded with this little nugget. This may be one of the most toxic and delusional posts I've seen all week.
But see, Anna Kasparian disagreed with basically the heart of the post. You can't say, well, I disagree with the swanky New York apartment, but I agree with everything else. Well, that whole point is Megyn Kelly saying you can have it all. But Anna's like, no, you can't have it all. And then she's dissing somebody who said it was toxic. Anna Kasparian is the one right now who's lost because she can't say you can have it all in the apartment and still have credibility on the left.
Wait, on X? Okay, but here's the rest. I'm a month out from giving birth and I have a toddler. I can assure you I'm not in boss babe mode. I'm surviving, even with house help. It would be interesting to know more about Megyn's childcare support system, especially when her kids were babies. Did her family help? How many hours a day did she have a nanny or daycare? How much house help?
Those are all fair questions considering what Megyn Kelly stated. What's the problem?
Now, let's just address the elephant in the room, which is the fact that Stephanie Hamill is an anchor, meaning she has a career and clearly she has children as well. It's hard, it's challenging. Megyn Kelly didn't allege that it would be easy.
No. What she's saying is Megyn's putting up on a pedestal a situation that is like, is it realistic for everyone? So she's saying, I have this stuff. It's not easy, even with the house help. And then Megyn Kelly, you're saying this stuff like you can be a boss babe, but how much help did you have? Anna doesn't understand it.
But she is having it all, right? She's got a family and she has a career. So I don't know why this is such a big deal. Like,
no, you missed the point.
Did they want Megyn Kelly to also include that it's going to be challenging? Because I feel like that doesn't need to be said. I think people know that.
So then what's the point of it then? Then I don't understand what your point is. You can say anything. I can do anything. I don't understand.
What do you think, Sean?
Yeah, I'm trying to just respond to this message and tell myself I don't know anything about what Megyn Kelly has said about women or feminism or anything like that in the past. And unfortunately I do. I'm clearly not drinking as much as I need to or will soon be. I think that to be able to forget what I know about Megyn Kelly. The statement itself is fine. It's a little shallow, a little
I'm with you. Absolutely. I agree with that.
Vapid, but it could be encouraging, I think. Like, yes, your decisions do matter. I think that it's kind of like, I don't know, for people's career, like for their life outcome, it's like telling people save the environment just by using the right straws. It's like, yeah, you can make that decision and you should, but a lot of stuff affects your outcome. It's not purely based on you not settling for enough. And I think that's what some people are responding with. Now, you could also respond by saying, well, it's Twitter. She can't put everything that she's thinking about this topic into one tweet. Then her tweets will look like Marjorie Taylor Greene's, and I don't want to see those. And so,
yeah, I understand that, but she can put more context if she wants to. And I think when you're using Twitter, this is kind of a side note, but if you're using Twitter, I always go into it, what is the point of this post? I mean, sometimes I'll post something without a point, but that's the point of me posting it, is to kind of make people think, or just to be vague on purpose to spark some type of thought. So Megyn, I would challenge Megyn, before you post, what's your point? That would be my response.
I think it's fine encouragement. I've seen a lot of people implying that it's actually like a response to the whole Elon Musk.
Well, obviously it is. Maybe you guys aren't following that she got put up in swanky New York apartment. That's the part that kind of, and we know what everybody's talking about.
Conservative journalist thing or whatever.
We'll get to that.
It's fine. Yeah, sure. That's my fine. It's a fine. I don't think it's a particularly insightful thing. Hopefully people already know that. I don't know. It's Twitter.
I just think it's like, I can't believe that post turned into like this big story. It's X, where people say some of the most ridiculous, unfounded, toxic garbage imaginable. But
yeah. But you're talking about it. The thing about the algorithm, when you say it's X, it's the algorithm. That's when the TikTok bill was, discussed in front of the Supreme Court, and all they talked about basically was the algorithm. TikTok is the algorithm. Because they were like, well,